In this video, you will see the recipe of churros with hot chocolate. This is a Spanish recipe and it is crispy on the outside and perfectly cooked and spongy inside. These are coated with cinnamon sugar which make it taste heavenly along with the hot chocolate. I bet you can't stop at a single bite. I have shared all important tips to make fluffy churros and shared the recipe of hot chocolate, which I have served in a fondue stand so that the chocolate remains hot till the last bite of the churros. So before we begin the recipe, do subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to get the notification of my future uploads for free. So let's get started. Here I've taken half of the small slab of butter. This is 30 grams of sugar, that is about 3 tablespoons. About 13 tablespoons of maida, that is about 120 grams in weight, and 200 ml of water. To make the dough, let's heat the water in a pan and add butter to it. Also add in 3 tablespoons of sugar and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Mix this well and bring to a good boil. Once this is boiled well, add in the flour and stir continuously to make a smooth dough. This process is similar to making ukkad as we do for steamed modaks, but there we use rice flour. I'm showing in detail so that you too can make perfect churros at home. The dough has become smooth and now I'm going to turn off the heat and let it cool for 5 minutes and then transfer it to a bowl. I will share 2 ways of making these churros, with the egg and without eggs. In the next step, I'm going to add in 2 eggs, and this is very important to get fluffy churros. It is also okay if you do not add the eggs. The churros will be perfect as you can see in the pic I have shared above. Just add 1 teaspoon of baking soda and knead the dough well. Spread it well and let it cool down for 30 minutes. The batter has cooled down completely and here you can see it looks dry. By adding the eggs and kneading it, we need to make it like a smooth paste where you can pipe out the churros easily from a piping bag. So let's see how to do that. I'm going to add 1 egg at a time as the dough becomes very slippery and needs good arm strength to mix the first egg in. The next egg becomes easy to fold in. So do not try a shortcut and add both the eggs at one go. Otherwise you will have a very difficult task. Also, if you skip the eggs, do knead the warm dough till it becomes soft. There is no need to cool it completely before kneading. I have taken a napkin underneath to get a good grip. At this stage the batter looks very sticky, but after 3 to 4 minutes it will become okay. Add in the second egg and continue mixing. At this stage it will be very easy to fold in the second egg. I prefer to add a few drops of vanilla essence which suppresses the smell of egg after being fried. Mix this vigorously, and this is very sticky, now I will transfer it to another bowl. After 2-3 minutes, the dough has become very soft and now I will tell you when to stop kneading it. If the dough forms a ball on rolling between the fingers, it means the dough is ready to go into the piping bag. Usually churros have nice ridges on the top, and for that I'm using a star nozzle. If you do not have a nozzle, you can pipe out directly from the bag. Whether you use a nozzle or no, a double piping bag is required, as usually while piping it out the bag may tear, so always use a double piping bag. Secure the piping bags in the glass, which make filling it very easy. Fill in all the dough at one go. Usually you will get about 30 to 35 pieces of churros of 3 to 4 inches in size with this dough. Press the dough ahead so that there are no air bubbles and secure it from behind so that the dough does not squeeze out from behind too. I'm sharing all small details so that it makes it easy for you to make churros like a pro. And now the dough is ready for piping out. If you don't have a piping bag, you can use a Ziploc bag. Here I've cut strips of butter paper so that it is easy to pick up the churros and fry them. I want all the churros of the same size. You can make longer ones too and in any shape you want. I will make one spiral one too and show you. With the star nozzle, you can see how such lovely ridges are formed. I am using 1M nozzle here. You can use any star nozzle for this. If you don't make cakes and don't have nozzles, then you can just buy one nozzle and use it for multiple purposes like pudding decoration, churros, plate decoration, or whatever you like. After piping out the churros in this tray, I will pipe out the remaining churros and refrigerate these for 1 hour. And here all the churros are ready to go in the refrigerator for 1 hour. Till then, let's prepare the cinnamon sugar. Take half a cup of sugar and add about 1 teaspoon of cinnamon powder to it. Mix it well and keep it ready. Meanwhile, I've also kept the oil for heating. And now let's start deep frying the churros. They've become nice and cold. I will fry the first one and see whether the oil temperature is correct. The oil should be medium hot and not smoky, as the other outer covering will burn and the churros will not cook from within. Here you can see the churro has swelled up, which means the dough is perfect and the oil too is heated correctly. I will add only a few at a time, which will give ample place for the churros to swell up and float in oil. I have added churros from one strip and will fry them on medium-high heat till they become golden in color. Just see how fluffy they are becoming. Keep turning them so that they get an even color from all the sides. I will fry them till a little more than golden brown in color. These look perfect now. Drain the excess oil and roll in sugar before frying the next batch. Cover with sugar while they are still hot. This will help the sugar to stick onto it. Once done, coat all the other churros as well, and then I will deep fry the next batch and repeat the same process. In the next step, let's prepare the hot chocolate sauce. Before that, if you like today's video, do subscribe to my channel and share the video with your family and friends. This sauce is very easy to make and will be ready in just 5 minutes. It can be stored in the refrigerator for 15 days and you can microwave it for 30 seconds before using it the next time. Here I will heat 200 ml of milk. To it add 1/4 cup of sugar and bring this to a boil. Till then, take 1 teaspoon of corn flour and make a slurry using 2 tablespoons of water. This will be used to thicken the sauce. Make sure there are no lumps. The milk has come to a boil and now I will add 70 grams of dark chocolate compound, and cooking this on low flame is very important, otherwise the chocolate will burn. If you do not have dark chocolate compound, you can use 1/3 cup of cocoa powder. Keep stirring this. And once the chocolate melts, add in the slurry and cook the sauce well. Immediately the sauce starts to thicken, and stop cooking it when it coats the back of the spoon well. Also, it turns glossy, and that is the indication that the sauce is ready. So why wait? Let's serve the churros with this yummy hot chocolate sauce. Do try this recipe friends and subscribe to my channel for more such yummy recipes. Thank you for watching.